When lots of people work together to generate ideas at the same time, there's often a lot of overlap and repetition. That can be a good thing because it shows where there's consensus around common themes, but sometimes those themes aren't immediately obvious. Multiple participants might raise the same issue but express it slightly differently or from different perspectives. Part of your job as facilitator is to read or listen through those superficial differences, to recognize and summarize patterns and extract insight. Clustering ideas is a great way to close loops by honoring everyone's contributions. It ensures that nothing is lost and everyone feels heard while organizing the information in a satisfying way.
The analysis and synthesis that the facilitator leads in the room doesn't replace the work of capturing and analysing participant contributions in detail to inform final workshop outputs, but it definitely helps. If the facilitator identifies a few important themes and validates them with workshop participants, that gives you a big head start on analysing inputs. It also gives you safe language with which to describe those ideas. Use your notes in the output skeleton to capture the language in which the facilitator expresses key themes, especially if that language is validated by the group.
Clustering ideas live in a workshop with lots of people watching can be stressful, but it's a great way to demonstrate that you've heard and understood people's contributions so they feel ready to move on. Organising ideas into related groups is also an opportunity to test your understanding and quickly clarify anything that's unclear, like an acronym or a term you don't recognise. Here are a few tips for clustering ideas without getting flustered. Have a framework in mind before the workshop, ideally one that will work well in the workshop outputs. This could be thematic, chronological, categorical, functional, or any way of grouping information that's relevant to the workshop purpose or activity. Get participants to structure their inputs. This gives you a head start on clustering in real time, especially if there are a lot of inputs to wrangle. You could assign different physical spaces to different types of ideas, like capturing risks, costs, and benefits in different places. You could also use prompt questions to explore different types of ideas sequentially, so responses to those questions are captured all at once in one place. Give yourself space to cluster ideas and communicate those clusters. This doesn't have to be high-tech. If you're capturing ideas on a whiteboard as people or groups shout them out, do a bit of synthesis on the fly. You could point to an idea that's already been captured or put a mark next to it rather than writing it out again. You could cluster ideas by adding symbols that signify related ideas, then draw out those themes on another part of the whiteboard. Start analysing content as early as possible while it's being created. If you test what looks like an emerging theme with one or two small groups when you're working the room, you can be pretty confident describing that theme to the whole group later. If you rearrange a few sticky notes into clusters as you work your way around the walls, participants will often get the idea and add related ideas nearby, saving you time later. Clustering ideas and extracting themes in real time is impressive when you do it quickly, confidently, and well. And with a bit of planning and preparation, it isn't nearly as hard as it looks. Most participants only notice the outcome, not the preparation. I've seen groups of participants burst into spontaneous applause or exclaim in amazement at what felt like quite straightforward sorting tasks. Clustering related ideas demonstrates mastery of the material. When participants have confidence that you've mastered the material, it gives them confidence that the loop has been closed.
If there is a lot of content to work with, or that content is distributed around the room, a workshop assistant or co-facilitator might need to help cluster related ideas. You can help by scribing for the facilitator as they call out themes or other groupings, or adding symbols to points on a whiteboard or butcher's paper. Or you could help to rearrange sticky notes into related groups. This will be easy if you understand the framework the facilitator will use to group ideas in advance. You can also help by improving the quality of the inputs the facilitator has to work with. As you're working the room, prompt participants to clarify any vague ideas as they're recorded. If participants are generating content that is off topic or in the wrong place, remind them of the instructions. You can also help by encouraging participants to cluster related ideas. Point out obviously related ideas as they emerge, and move them closer together, or suggest that participants group similar ideas together.
Good luck with your next workshop. Thank you for watching.